cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
Thor, the god of thunder.
The hunter from the future.
That's Gore.
Hey,
No, that's your dumbass.
Oh, is it Gore? I knew it was some other or. They did a pretty good job of making a costume transition that I thought couldn't possibly work on screen.
Unless you were building a gay house or going to pick up money from bitches on the corner, you know, I don't see how this costume is going to work.
Building a gay house?
If you have a hammer in that costume, you are building a gay house.
there is that rainbow bridge. I mean, come on. Thor works in a comic book, but I just couldn't see how it could translate to film.
Every time anybody talked about them making a Thor movie, I'm like, nay, I say, because I was like, how are you gonna really translate this into a film to where people get it without them just laughing at the dialogue?
Everything is thee and thou, this kind of pseudo Shakespearean kind of speak, but the fact that they got Kenneth Branagh, who is the Shakespeare guy.
They did it somehow, and we could give you a complex plot summary here, but it's real simple. You have a warrior from another realm who's an asshole, talking too much to his dad. His dad, all right, I had enough of this. I banish thee to earth. Daddy takes his powers away, and he begins to realize the error of his ways when he starts to see some of that good earth ass.
Specifically, Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman putting herself in a horn of plenty the way she did in front of him there. Like, you can have me anytime you want. I mean, if it was reversed and I was some dude scientist out there and Thor was like a hot blonde chick like that, I would.
Shit, if it was Thor.
But be honest, if it was Thor, if it was Chris Hemsworth, I would have done the same thing.
No. Everyone who is familiar with this material knows who Odin is, the father of Thor, who is played here by Anthony Hopkins. And we all know Loki, the god of mischief and assholery, who is played by Tom Hiddleston.
What this movie does in the first hour is really show you a well-developed Asgard, which a lot of information went into to design it and make it work.
Asgard is the realm where Thor and he comes from, and all the inhabitants live.
Oh, is that why you laugh? Because I keep saying Asgard.
Every time you say Asgard. Now, because is it called Asgard or Osgard?
It's Asgard.
It's Asgard.
It's not an adult diaper.
They're trying to catch that Jack Kirby style.
Well, yeah,
and they managed to do it, but in a way that I didn't think would look as believable as it does in the film.
Yeah, Jack Kirby drew all the original Thors.
Another reason why they're able to sell the fantasy here is because they had great actors. Anthony Hopkins will take the biggest piece of shit and act like it's Shakespeare itself. He feels like an authority figure. He feels like a father. He feels like a god.
Chris Hemsworth was good as Thor.
I thought he was great. He was really likable.
Yeah, there were rumors that Anthony Hopkins was pissed at him because he was such a terrible actor.
Even all the supporting roles are incredibly well filled out. I mean, I want to see a spinoff just about Heimdall with Idris Elba playing the role. I was like, man, that guy's a badass.
But I like the way they took a black character and put him in Asgard. And what they do, they made him a doorkeeper.
He's a doorman.
Yeah, he's a doorman. I was like, they should have just put some white gloves on his brother. You going to Earth, sir? All right. You want to fight the Frost again, sir? Here you go, sir.
I thought they were all good, with the exception of Natalie Portman. Which I have
thought she wasn't good in this?
I thought, you know what? I thought she was good, but there's nothing about her character that made me really interested.
You feel like she's wasted. She feels like she's a good enough actress where she should have been given more to do. Once Thor gets banished to Earth, then that's when you get into kind of the silly fish out of water type comedy and humor, and
which it is.
But it kind of balances out how heavy some of the stuff that we have in the other realm is.
Dare threaten me, Thor, with so puny a weapon.
What? He was freaking me out.
And you're like, okay, cool. This is like a whole other world. This is what I want to see. And then we're going to Earth. No, I live here. I don't need to see that.
I think the climax is really weak here too. Some people are going to see this as completely silly, and I completely understand that. But regardless, I love the film. I had a great time with it.
Yeah.
It is. I would give it a low full price. This is what I want to see in a summertime movie.
That's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah, and it makes me wish I was a kid.
If I got any problem with this movie, it's the way they are marketing it and advertising every goddamn thing.
Seriously.
Welding helmets, just anything you can think of. I'm like, man, don't call it this movie should be called Whore instead of But
you've been waiting to tell that joke all month.
I was like, don't step on my joke. But yeah, it's every bit what I think of as a summer full price movie.
It's a low full price because I had problems with it too. The problem I have repeatedly with these kind of films is that every time it's like a straight up fight scene between two characters, it's like just so many cuts and so close in that you just have to almost take the movie's word for it. It's a cool fight.
Despite my dislikes for the romance angle of it, I can get over that. I'm gonna give it a full price.
And the only thing that I would say about taking your kids to see this movie is that when you take them home, keep their asses away from the toolbox. Toolbox combined with sugar, they gonna tear that house up when they get a hold of that hammer.
They're gonna be slinging hammers all over the place.
Trying to make